Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. My name is Phil. We are live tonight on YouTube and Twitter as a special. Sorry for everybody who normally watches on Facebook, but we are live on YouTube and Twitter tonight. Get your views in, get your comments in. Loads and loads to talk about. And I'll be telling you exactly how you win a signed Jamie Vardy shirt. So do get your views in, do get your comments in. Let us know everything you want to talk about Leicester. Yesterday's game, international break. Looking forward to the next games. We're here for you. We'll get your views and your comments in.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. We're live on YouTube tonight, live on Twitter. Sadly, it's not gone live on Facebook, but there you go. What do you want to do? Get your views in, get your comments in. Let me know what you want to talk about tonight. Jack, good evening to you. Hope you're well. Liam, how are you? Gray, hope you're well. Jack, well in. Forest fan is still here. Stuff Leicester, support Forest. No. Did you win the FA Cup this week? No, you didn't. Did we last year? Yes, we did. So you can carry on living back in your past land now. I'm over giving you credit. Forest, you can get stuffed. Gray, good evening to you. Hope you're well. I don't mean it, Forest, mate. You're all right. Get your comments in. Let me know what you think. Would anybody like to win this Jamie Vardy signed shirt? That's the question I want to know to start with. Who would like to win a signed shirt by Jamie Vardy? It is totally framed and totally available for you to win. Now, listen, I met up with Leicester legend Steve Walsh the other day. Shall we have a little look at how it went with Walshy? I've just heard there's no sound on it, you guys. I am so sorry. The counsellor, thank you, counsellor, is saying no sound. I'm just having one of those technical meltdowns, mate, tonight. Absolutely. Great is saying what we're listening to. That YouTube video is there if you want to join it, if you want to get yourself into winning a Jamie Vardy signed shirt. I'll share the links to you and I'll put it in there. But first of all, let's get into some comments about yesterday's game. I want to know, here's a question for you all. What of the two goals, which of the two goals, let's get the English right, which of the two goals yesterday was the better ones? Was it Castagna's or was it Maddison's? Let me know which you think was the better goal. Both great goals. Both great goals, but which one was the better? Castagna certainly came out of nowhere. A real bolt out of the blue. Great to see him back. I thought he had a pretty decent performance yesterday. Do you agree with that? Karen? Auntie Karen says hello. How are you, Auntie Karen? Let me know what you thought to yesterday's goals. Ross says the TikTok fame has gone to your head. It certainly hasn't, Ross. We're just playing around on a bit of TikTok in there. Liam saying, I'm glad Castagna scored. What a belter it was. But Liam, which was the better goal? Castagna's or James Maddison's? Let me know what you thought it was. Joe, I have to agree with you, I'm afraid. It was a bit of a flat game. Was it a bit of? It felt a bit like an end of season game, if I'm honest. I think Brentford are probably going to be good enough to stay up, if I'm honest, this season. I don't think they'll get dragged down into it, and I think we're probably going to be good enough to finish in. I think we're going to finish in the top half of the table, but it was a bit flat yesterday. The atmosphere was a bit flat, to say the least. Castagna was awesome, says Karen. And Tom, I agree with that. To be fair, Tom, I'll mix that on and say, who was man of the match yesterday, in your opinions? We had a few shout outs for him. Was it Casper? Was Casper man of the match? He made at least two really, really important saves. And you could argue if Casper hadn't made those two saves, would we have won the game or not? Liam is saying Castagna was the better goal in there. Where was Fofana? Says Michael. Well, listen, I think Fofana, we threw him back in against Rennes. I think I was not convinced that we should have started him against Rennes, but he had a good game, obviously scored a goal, very, very important goal. So that worked out. Fair play to Brendan. He got that one right. But I think give Fofana a bit of a break in there. Timmy's goal by a shade. Councillor saying that Timothy Castagna's was the better finish in there. Where's the link? Says Puerto Deserte. Would anybody like to come on tonight live? Let's see. We're doing a bit of a YouTube special tonight, so I'm just sharing the link. Here you are. I'm going to type it in, come in live on video. Click on this link. Let me know what you think. Oh, that rhymed, and I didn't even mean it. There we go. Come on the video. Click on that link. I'm laughing because great. I've got the picture. I live in Loughborough, Gray. I've just got to get to Leicester. Don't tell me you're the match on Saturday, Gray. I could have given it to you. Gray won one of our competitions. And again, today we've got that Jamie Vardy competition to give away. I'm going to share the link for you. I'll share it now, and then I will share it again towards the end of the show. If you want to win the Vardy shirt, here it is. I'll put the link in. There you go. It's there. If you want to click off, well, wait till the end of the show. Click off there. Ross says he'll come on. There you go. Let's get Ross on. Let's get his views on yesterday. Are you ready to come on, Ross? He's done his hair. Here we go.
Hello,
Ross.
Felipe.
Good evening, Ross. How are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm sound. I'm shattered. All right.
Been busy.
Just at my best mate's house, about to have a takeaway. So
a takeaway on a Monday night?
I can't beat that.
Come on then, Ross. Let's talk football. Let's start. I'm gonna fire some questions at you, Ross. That other people we've been asking, they can put their answers up. Which was a better goal yesterday, and why? Castagna's or Madison's? Why?
Because for one, he doesn't score that many, and two, it's the way he took it. One touch, boom, top corner. And, not many right backs, left back, whatever position he plays, right back. Not many right backs can score goals like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Madison's was great, but we know that he's got them in his locker. But Castagna, that was just class. And the commentator, Rob Ornform, was like, oh, what a goal. Like, it's the way that even Castagna didn't know that it was how good that goal was. So, in my opinion, Castagna's
goal. The atmosphere yesterday, Ross, I don't think you were actually at the game, were you, yesterday?
No, I was with my son. We were watching the game.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But the councillor here is saying didn't get to the game yesterday like you, Ross. But he says my brother went and said the same atmosphere was flat and bland. What do we need to do to get the Rennes type atmosphere? Absolutely banging arena in Rennes. Ross, it sort of felt a bit like an end of season game yesterday. I've been looking at the table, and I know we've got 3 games in hand. But if we were to win all 3 games in hand, which I think one of those 3 is Chelsea, so away. We're still a point behind Wolves if we were to win all 3. Is the season sort of over in the league or not? It felt like end of season yesterday.
It's not over to the fat lady sings. In the day, last 2 seasons where we've fallen at the last hurdle. This year it could be where we've gone over that last hurdle, the last second. I'm not saying we're going to get top 4. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, if we have a strong last 11 games now. If we can win quite a few of them, who knows? I would take a top 8 finish and a Europa Conference League win. If end of the day, at least it can't be as bad as what it was a few months ago when we were playing shocking, conceding from set pieces a lot. So I would take a top 8 finish and Europa Conference inaugural winners. We'll be in the history books again.
Yeah, Liam says here, why is our atmosphere only good against big teams? Because we need to do it for the smaller teams as well. I think, to be fair, Brentford fans were pretty quiet as well yesterday. He plays, this is Joe again saying he plays on the left, he plays on the right. That boy Castagna makes Chilwell look quite poor. He, he had a good game, I thought, Castagna yesterday for his first game in 3 months, and a very good goal. Maddison, before we let you go, Ross, Maddison, should he be in the England squad with those stats?
Yes. I think if you'd have asked me that 6 months ago, absolutely, you got more chance of me being in the England squad. But now, yeah, I think he will. I don't see why not, but because he plays for Leicester, he won't get in. But if he was at Liverpool or a Man City, Southgate will be like, yeah, you're in.
Ross, I've seen you play football. I've seen you play football, Ross. I've got no hope in hell. You wouldn't make Sunderland's granny's team.
I won't make the Liverpool under 10s and all that.
I know you won't. Ross, thanks for joining us. I'm going to let you go.
No worries. I'm back. Well, dog's laid on me. Right,
what you got for your takeaway then?
We're gonna have a pizza sandwich, Jack. Yeah, my best mate's treating me.
Pizza with gravy on it, no doubt, because you're from Sheffield.
No, I'm not that weird. Right.
You are. Thanks, Ross. See you later, mate.
See you later, Felipe.
Off he goes. That's Ross. We're going to get Jono in now. Listen, if you want to come in and give us your views tonight, I've shared the link and I will share it again. I've got Jono's come in. I think Jack's waiting. I think Mahad's waiting. Going to get them all on, but you can come on as well. Jono, how are you, mate?
Good after yesterday. Good win.
Yes, a good win. And again, debate was best goal, Maddison or Castagna. Let's start with that one and why.
Castagna, because it was just, the ball from Mendy to Barnes in the first place was just outstanding. Then the pass to Castagna on his right foot, brilliant. No keeper in the world could have saved. They're not even, Ramsdale or any world-class keeper can't save that. So Maddison had a chance to work it out. He had a chance to think things through. Castagna just had a good shot, and definitely Castagna was the goal of the day.
It was good. I mean, in the end, Jono, to be fair, with about 7 or 8, 9 minutes to go, we were watching it go, oh, this is just seeing the game out nice and easy. And then they popped a goal in, and suddenly there was a little bit of pressure at the end there. And then you look back and think, actually, Kasper made at least two excellent saves and probably kept us in it.
Kasper was brilliant. That goal reminded me of the Wolves game. We actually played better, but 2 goals outside the box. We didn't close them down and they got a goal. Same issue. We need to close down players outside the box. But defensively, I thought Syunchi was outstanding. And again, another game with no set pieces conceded. We're not there yet, anywhere near where we should be, but we're getting better.
Ian says the build-up play for Castagna's goal was very good. William is saying, I would say Schmeichel was man of the match. Who was your man of the match, Jono?
I said Maddison, because it wasn't just his goal, it was his supply, it was his passing, hold-up play was all over these. Yes, you can argue Castagna because of the goal and Kasper because of the saves, but Maddison for controlling midfield.
Yeah, I thought he did well and kept, obviously Kasper in the end kept us in it. I think we made hard work of it, Jono.
That's the thing. It's not like we're poor and we're scraping wins. We're good, but we're making life hard for ourselves. That's the difference. That's what's shooting us in the foot this season, is that we're making these silly errors which made us concede.
Tripe and Onions says, must praise Kiernan Dewsbury Hall for his part in Timothy's goal, for dragging the defenders back, giving Timmy some good space. Your views on that, Jono?
I thought he was outstanding. Dewsbury Hall is like a workhorse, he doesn't stop until he goes off the pitch. I thought it was excellent all game, highly rated.
And Gray says, before I let you go, Jono, because we've got Jack and Mahad waiting, Gray saying, it wasn't pretty, but we won.
I thought the first half was very pretty. I thought the first half were dominant. I thought we were as one of the best first halves we've had all season, because normally we don't start until the second half. So I thought the first half was outstanding. It's the second half that was a bit dull, but that's because we capitulated again. I don't think, because Jamie said, we just deserved to win. We did it. We played really well, but we just need to be focused all game, not just one half.
Yeah, absolutely. Jono, are you going to stick around for a minute?
Yeah, I'll stick around for. I've got to go at 10 to, so I've got 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes. We'll get Jack in for those 5 minutes, and then Mahad will get you on in about 5 minutes' time. Jack, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good, Phil. How are you?
Good, Jack. I'm going to start with Iheanacho, Jack, for you, because personally, I thought he had a decent game yesterday, but when he had his 2 chances, he did he had a header that went well wide, and he had a lovely dink shot, but it just hit the side of the crossbar. What was your take on Iheanacho yesterday?
He did all right. He played his part in the team performance yesterday, I thought. He missed that opportunity, didn't he? He got past the Brentford defender. He just couldn't finish. The chip hit the post and then went out of play. On another day, it'd probably have gone in. But then, would Jamie Vardy have finished that? I definitely think he would have.
100%.
But I guess, it's them sort of angles, isn't it, Phil? If the goalkeeper's going to close you down at them angles, then how much of a percentage you got a chance of scoring?
I do think, Jono, that Iheanacho, at the moment, with no Vardy in the side, I would definitely be starting Iheanacho over Daka.
This season, yes. Next season, I think Daka would improve enough over the summer. Everyone's not rating Daka, but I give him time. He's got to work his way up into the Premier League. He's come from, is it an Austrian league, Salzburg? I don't know. Yeah. So it's completely different to Premier League, but he definitely has the ability to do it. But Iheanacho's, I don't know how he missed the opportunity.
Which one?
The chip, like when in AFCON.
I think he did everything right there. If you actually watch the angle, it's just a fraction off, Jono.
Well, if you watch the Forest game, the same situation. Someone's 1-1 with the keeper at the Forest game, and he said 2 minutes of the ball at his feet. Then he tried to chip, and he just did that, and it saved it. So we can say all this stuff, but it's when you're 1-on-1, it's different. But it should have done better.
Reedy said Phil hates Daka, which is not true. Not true. My only problem, and I've said this with Daka, is we cost us 30 million quid, Jack. And I guess I live in a world where if you've got a striker for 30 million quid, I'm like, I want to see it now, immediately, that he is decent. Not say, oh, well, he's going to be good maybe next year, like Jono. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. You could say the same about Benkovic and Musa. There's a whole heap of these players. So, Jack, that's my take on Daka is, for 30 million quid, I expect to see a striker who would play and score goals week in, week out and look like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, Daka's one of them who, if you can get a big man to hold the ball up, he's one of them who can run in behind. I don't think he's one of them who, if you put him up front with no one who can hold the ball up, then you become stuck because Maddison ain't hold the ball up, is he? He ain't big enough to do that. Maddison's more creative than anything else. Daka, for me, it was going to always take him a season to bed in. Leicester fans would obviously expected him to adapt very quickly after seeing him score all them goals in the Austrian Bundesliga. But that's the Austrian Bundesliga. That's not the Premier League. The Premier League's more superior, more tough to get goals in. You've got to work hard to get them. And I feel that Daka, he needs to strengthen up a bit, Phil. His upper body needs to strengthen up for next season. I mean, I remember when Jamie Vardy first came in from Fleetwood, he'll get shoved off the ball left, right, centre. The season after, he was like, here he comes, and turned into the Incredible Hulk, innit, with some pace. And look what an old difference that made. And I think if Daka can do that in the summer, work on it in pre-season and that, then I think he'll be an old different player come the start of next season. All right then,
Jono, who would you rather have for Leicester? This is a bit of a fantasy question, but Ivan Toney or Patson Daka? There you go. So you're having to think. So that's my answer. Thank you. Gray is saying Casper's hurt himself. Sachin is saying Casper is injured. I believe, is Casper injured from yesterday? Do we know that or not?
I don't think Brendan's had a release the press, has he? I don't think he's mentioned it.
No, I think he hurt himself yesterday after the
it was a goal
what they scored. He was struggling.
Yeah, and Joe's going to start me off. Sumeri for 25 million. Crikey. That is not a question for now, but again, he made a bit of an appearance in there, but another one for me. 25 million, and we're not sure. Jono, maybe Sumeri will come good next year.
I think it would. I think it will. I think Brendan said when these two players came in, they're going to be worked in very slowly, but due to injuries, they've been forced in. So I think we've just got to relax, wait till summer. Then after next year, then we can start actually saying these are good or bad Leicester players. Now I think it's too early.
So, Jono, again, this wasn't the topic we were going to get on. I don't want to pick on you. I'll flip it to Jack first, and then it can come back to you, Jono. But Jack, then, according to Jono, and I get it, these players will come good next year, maybe. Last summer's transfer policy was absolute tosh then, because we finished 5th and 5th when we should have finished 4th and 4th. We're in a fantastic position as a club, and we bought players who, and I agree with Jono, hopefully they will come good next year. We bought players not good enough for this season. And that's why we're 10th in the Premier League, isn't it, Jack?
Well, he brought Vestergaard and his mate Bertrand to the football club.
Well, yes.
I mean, it says a lot, doesn't it, about...
Bertrand's just sitting there playing Fortnite. He's done nothing all season.
To be honest, I think Bertrand looked quite decent in pre-season. Obviously, he had COVID and that afterwards. I don't think he's recovered. But then I think Bertrand's one of them after the 9-0 thrashing at St Mary's. It still haunts him to this day, playing in a Leicester City shirt. Vestergaard, he's another one, £15 million. He's he were a panic buy, in my opinion. If Fafana never got injured, he won't be getting that taxi to Leicester from Southampton. I mean, Dako and Samore, I feel it's like-for-like signings. I don't feel it's to strengthen the squad at all. If you wanted to strengthen the squad, maybe you could have maybe got more high-profile players if you want to compete in Europe every season. But then again, it's Brendan and the transfer policy and what he's got in place. As his fans have just got to watch it and then see what happens, if it's money worth buying or if it's money worth not. And then next season, you could say, well, whether we get rid of them, are they good enough or are they not? Well, we've already made our verdict on Vestergaard, haven't we, really? Bertrand's nowhere to be seen. He's out for the rest of the season. Samore, for me, he holds the ball up too much. He holds it longer than he should. It's like a baby holding a teddy, in it, or a child holding a teddy, or it's... do you know what I'm saying? But Daka, for me, he's very nice. He's polite, but he needs to do his football talking, not actually worrying about the Pats and Daka chant. But there you go. He needs to be like Vardy. Vardy needs to toughen him up. I think if Wes Morgan comes in and Scott Brown, they're not going to let him be a pushover. They're going to want an incredible Hulk next season in front of the stands who's going to bang goals in left, right and centre.
Jack, Jono, I'm going to let you both go so I can get Mahad in. Okay, yeah, thanks for joining in. Cheers, Jack. Yeah. Cheers, Jono.
So let Phil.
Let them both go. Keep getting your views in. Keep getting your comments in. Ian T says, it's hard to improve on players like Yuri Tielemans and Maddison without spending big money. The club's model is to buy players with potential. I agree, Ian. I know what we're doing, but I just think in today's... I'd rather bought Ivan Toney. I don't, 30 million, I think he could do it. Mahad?
Yeah, how are you?
How are you? Yeah, good. Thanks for joining us again. Great to get you on. What's your take on yesterday's game, Mahad?
I'd probably say it's the second best game of the season, I would say. Because for me at this point, it's not about just getting a win. Because I see a lot of fans saying, yeah, we've won the game, we win this game. But the performances will, eventually your performance and your result will just equal each other. So if you keep trying to play badly, then you're going to just about win your games. But then we're now 12th. So we're 12th because we're not consistent enough, And a lot of our wins, if you look over the season, we haven't played well over the 90 minutes. And I think yesterday we played quite well. But I think more than anything, what showed is obviously we can't defend. And I think we've all gotten used to, I don't know what it is with Brendan, but he can't seem to coach the defense. Because I remember when, was it Aston Villa? Dean Smith, he realized after his first season that he couldn't coach a defense. So he went out and got Craig Shakespeare. And then they also spent a bit of money and then they finished ninth. So I don't know why he's not added to the team, the coaching staff at Seagrave, if he can't coach a defense. But I think when it comes to the way we played, I think we were attack after attack after attack. And it was actually really nice to watch. Except what I noticed was it was happening because Kelechi kept dropping back into the midfield. And then you had people just running on behind him and then he would pass it. And I think I worry now if we keep playing this formation and it's Vardy comes back and then it's Pats and Daka, we're going to end up again in this position where the striker just plays a graveyard shift. So
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Mahad, did you notice from the corners yesterday, we've actually changed tactics, by the way. We played three, when we were defending a corner, we played 3 players up top on the halfway line, which we've been talking about doing it. Seemed to help us out so much more from corners, taking some of their players out with our players. Did you notice that?
to be honest, no, because around every set piece, I'm just worrying that it's going to go in.
Well,
But,
that's exactly
yeah.
what happened. They had 3 strikers. They took 3 players out and put them on the halfway line, which took their 3 defenders out. You got the guy taking the corner, the keeper, obviously. That's 5 players not in the box. And we
Yeah.
dealt with things so much easier. So it was great to see Brendan, looks like, I'm not saying he's been listening to what fans have been saying, but doing something to try and solve the issue from set pieces. So it worked out a lot better yesterday.
Yeah, I just want him to try different things. He's very ideal. He's like, it's very ideological way of playing that he has, that he refuses to try any other way. Like, I read somewhere that we've tried 14 formations in the last 2-3 years, but he doesn't stay with the formation that works, because this 4-3-3, it's not working. And whenever we play with Pat Sandaka or we play with Vardy, we always end up with an isolated striker up top, and we're not doing what we used to do, where we slide it in through. And so you end up with it being passed around 100 times, and then we lose the ball, and then we're having to defend again. So we never actually get a chance to properly attack. And it's like, if you watch the game, you realize as well, there's too much space in between the lines. I don't know if you noticed that in defending as well. It seems like there's no communication between the midfield and then the defense. So sometimes you get them dropping off, or you get the midfield also going without actually making sure if their centre backs are aware of what's happening. So it seems we're just lacking cohesion.
At least we've got some points on the board. And just to pick you up, Mahad,
Yeah,
we are actually 10th. We're 10th at the moment. Not,
Yeah.
you did say 12th. We are 10th, and we have got 3 games in hand. But you know, I'm struggling to see that we'll finish much higher than 8th. But a top half, it's all going to be about the Europa Conference League, isn't it? Now,
I don't think the league really matters.
It's all about that. It's all about the PSV game a week on Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're second in the Eredivisie. So I think if we play like we did against Rennes, we could be in quite a sticky situation.
I think we're very much in for a chance. I think the King Power Stadium has got to be absolutely heaving. I know the tickets are on sale from today, so let's hope that people get down there and we make a real big European night of it. Mahad, thanks so much for joining us. Just before you let you go, would you like to win a signed Jamie Vardy Leicester City shirt, mate?
Yeah, sure.
You'd like to win that? Well, I'm not going to give it to you, but I'm going to tell you how you can win it. So thanks for joining us and stay tuned. Cheers, Mahad. Great to get him on. Jack, Jono, Ross as well. Yeah, don't forget, we have got that signed Jamie Vardy shirt, thanks to our pals at Pink Car Leasing, who are supporting Laura. So if you do want to win that, I'm going to put it in the comments now. Boom, there it is. It's straight in there. If you want to win that, you've just got to click on the link, go to LeicesterFanTV.com, and you can win it in there. Whoever is doing Hill Holloway, thanks for that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I never know who these people are, but thank you so much. Tripod Onion says Cag's had a good game. He did look okay yesterday, I would say, in there. The councillor also says players from European Farmers Leagues will come good in second season. Scouts and coaches won't know what they're doing. I know they do generally, but I don't think the proof is in the league, isn't it? I know people will say we've got injuries and all this and that, but so have a lot of teams. The final comment says, strikers being isolated for 30 yards space for the middle has been a tactical problem all season. This week, obviously, there's no football. Well, there's no Leicester match till PSV, is it? I'm trying to work it out now, what the next games are. Crikey, Riley. I should know. I know we've got a little break now. The next game is, of course, let me get my dates right. It's Man United away on the 2nd of April. And then we've got the first leg, PSV on the 7th. Then we're away to Palace on the 10th. And then we've got that PSV away game on the 14th and Newcastle away. Yes, I've just read that. Good grief. My memory's like a sieve. Anyway, listen, thanks so much for joining us tonight. I think it will be Jack Live on Wednesday night. Join Jack Live for lots of views, lots of fun comments and chat there. See you soon. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.